Happy Sunday, happy Sunday. Welcome to the Profit Room. It's Sunday, June 11th. We have our swing trade alerts as well as our market overview. My name is Ernest. I'm one of the team members here. Hope all is well. What an amazing week. What an amazing week. Let's start this off. First of all, the talk of the town is the NASDAQ. Huge 1.8% sell-off. Most of the tech big companies fell hard on Friday. Got Apple, NVDA. They started falling and the rest started following them. So what does this mean? This means that we have to be careful now. We talked about this before. We're on this steady uptrend, and we had a huge sell-off. Now this tells us we have to book profits. We have to book profits because these big companies right here, and they start dropping 3%, 4%. The rest may follow. We look at the SPY. SPY still holding a little bit here. SPY eased 0.1%. When we look at the Dow Jones, wasn't that bad, 0.4% around there. But when these start falling, usually the other indexes may follow through. So let's be careful about that. Another thing, let's look forward to this week's economic news. One of the main things we have, well, let's start off with Tuesday. We do have some economic news. Producer price index. This is a change of the price of goods and services by the producer. But Wednesday, we have to be very very watchful. Along with retail sales that we look forward to, that's around 8:30. We got crude oil inventories as well. But we got the FOMC statement and also projections. Then we also have the Fed fund rate. So it's almost a 98% chance that they're going to increase the rate. They mentioned that last time. They're going to increase the rate. So around 2 p.m. that announcement will come. So we just want to watch to see how the market reacts. If we're in the trade, make sure our stops is there. Make sure we just alert to the market activity. We also have Thursday unemployment claims, Friday building permits. But the more important thing we have this week is the Fed fund rate, because they're increasing it little by little, and it's almost anticipated that it will go higher for sure. So let's move on to our stocks this week. We have a stock DISCA. Now this is in a long range. We would like it between 25.97 and 26.18. So right almost where it's at now, in that same area, 25.97 to 26.18. When you have a little disclaimer here, a lower entry is better. However, when you look at this wick, it may not retest. It's such a powerful wick. Right? You see this huge wick? It may not retest. So our stop loss will be 25.49 below here. See in that area. And our take profit, first target is 27.05. See, we get out this range right here. Nice little push. And as always, we send out the email with this, so you'll be able to get the entries and exits and see it yourself. But we anticipate a nice little push higher out of this little channel. So our first target is 27.05, a 1 to 2 risk reward. CTL, beautiful setup. Long range 25.80 to 25.98. Right here, let it bring back just a little bit. Just bring it back just a little bit. This is based off a pullback, of course, Sometimes, like we say, they break out, but we like to see it pull back just a little. Our stop loss will be 25.43, a little bit under here. First target is 29. Bam. Be a nice breakout up top here. So our risk reward will be a 1 to 6. So it looks like to break out a little minor resistance around 26 up here, around 26.55. Looks like it's some resistance. Also note, it's real important, if no pullback, breakout entry is 26.28. So this thing break out between 26.28, it's a good chance it'll keep going higher, but as you know, we like to wait for the pullbacks before we enter any type of trade at all. CTL. Now we have a bonus one as well. We like HES. HES. HES right here we like long. You know, oil has been doing pretty well, moving around. HES held some support here, so HES long between 45.50 and 45.63. Right around here. 45.50, 45.63. Stop loss 43.39. 43.39. Deep down in here. So we're looking for something for a big push and hold for some time. There's a 2-point stop because based on the daily and the long-term outlook. So our first target will be $48 right up here. Boom, nice risk reward. Second target would be 50.10. Come right up there. Break through that channel. So this could trend higher if the long-term range is broken. If this is broken between here, 51 and 52. So we want to make sure we watch this and, you know, trade accordingly. Nice strong bar that we see here being produced. So this looks pretty good. Real good. So as always, we want to make sure that we stay up to date with the economic news. And we know we get these testimonies all the time that we're seeing on TV, but more importantly, I can't stress more enough, Wednesday with the Fed rate. And, you know, stay up to date in the Slack room. You know, a lot of us are in the Slack room. It's real important because we post certain trades during the week that you possibly can capitalize on if you miss these trades here on the Swing Trade Alerts. So as always, you got any questions, you can always message us in the Slack room. We look forward to seeing you there. Take care and trade safe.